We're going to be talking about 5 potential reasons why you are losing clients as a lash artist and what you can do to make sure that that doesn't happen. So if you guys are new here, be sure to subscribe to our channel. We try our best to give you as many tips and tricks to help you guys out in your lash journey. Additionally, if you have more questions or you want more support, you can go ahead and go to our support group on Facebook. I'll link it below, and you can ask us any questions there. And there's always usually very helpful lash artists as well as ourselves that can help you guys out in that group. Okay, so let's get into this. Oh, before I forget, if you haven't already, please subscribe to this channel and let us know how you like our videos, because it's gonna help us know what kind of content you like so that we can put out more videos for you guys like this in the future. Okay, so let's talk about the 5 potential reasons why you could be losing clients as a lash artist. The first one is one of the most important ones. It's actually going to be time. So if you are always late, if you can't manage your time properly, if your clients are often waiting after you, or you cancel appointments on them, that is a huge reason why you could be losing clients. Very often it is seen as a sign of disrespect if you cancel on someone, or if you cut into their personal time. Like, I mean, I understand things happen, but if it's constant and if it's a pattern, then very often clients will just be like, listen, she does great lashes, but to be honest, it's not worth it. If I'm sitting there waiting for 45 minutes for her to finish up with the other client, or she's running late, it's just not worth it. I'm gonna go somewhere else because my time is valuable. So that's the way clients think. That's the way I think. And a lot of other clients think that way as well. So if that's something, you have to be honest with yourself. If that's something you have an issue with, fix it, because you will lose a lot of clients because of this particular reason. Now, the second reason is actually going to be because of poor customer service. So what is poor customer service? A lot of people don't exactly necessarily understand what poor customer service is. So it's actually at any point when the client has contact with your business, whether it's by phone, by message, by Instagram, by Facebook, doesn't matter. Or even if they talk with the secretary, and the secretary or the receptionist at your salon is rude to them, that is poor customer service. So that can turn them off. Or if you do not offer them explanation on aftercare before they leave, or if they text you and they have a question about their lashes a week after, they're not sure, they're wondering, oh, I lost 2 lashes, and they ask you, is this normal? And you don't answer them back, that is poor customer service. So it's really important to think of your business as a whole and think, okay, at any point the client has contact with me or anything related to my business, and I have to make sure that their experience is amazing. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Is amazing from beginning to end. So always think about that and make sure that anyone that they can potentially come in contact with is not like damaging your experience with the client. Let's say someone who's being rude to them, or very often is the lash artists themselves that, let's say, they didn't explain the aftercare instructions, assuming that the client already knows the aftercare instructions. So anything that may sound really obvious to you may not be super obvious to the client. So that was tip number 2. Tip number 3 is that it takes you too long to do a set of lashes. So this is hard because in the beginning it's obviously going to take you longer, and that's normal. But after a certain amount of clients, after a certain number of months, It shouldn't take you more than, let's say, 2.5 hours, 2 hours to do a volume set generally, and like an hour and a half to do a classic set. So if that's not the case, if you're still struggling with time, then you need to revise your technique and maybe take another course, or just, you know, see if maybe this is going to be for another video. I'm not going to get into that, but the point is that you need to fix that, because clients, once again, comes back to time. Clients do not want to lay down for 3 hours to get their lashes done. Like it's a lot. So if it takes you a long time, that could be one of the reasons that you're losing clients and they're not coming back. So you need to fix that. Now, the fourth reason is actually going to be poor retention. So very often, or you know, a lot of artists, it happens to them that the clients will not come back and say, and they won't even tell them why. And the only reason for you to, the only way to figure it out is if you reached out to them and ask, oh, hey, I haven't heard from you yet. It's time for your refill. Are you going to be coming for your refill? And the client will be like, oh, you know what? I'm okay, actually. But very often it's because their retention was poor and they just didn't feel comfortable telling you. They were just like, oh, like I'd rather just go to someone else. So lash retention could be an extremely important reason, and one of the biggest reasons probably why clients will not come back. So that's why it's super important for beginner lash artists to be proactive. So be proactive. Call your clients, ask them, how are your lashes? How are they lasting? It's been a week and a half since your last appointment. Are you ready to book again? It's best if you book it with your clients before they leave, but if you haven't done so and your clients are not coming back, ask them, are your lashes lasting? Is everything okay? Because a lot of clients feel shy and they don't want to make you feel bad, and they're just not gonna come back, instead of you know, having a confrontation and being like, oh, my lashes didn't last, you need to fix my lashes for free. Like, not everyone's like that. A lot of clients will they're just not going to come back and they're going to look for someone else. So that's why it's important to actually be proactive and reach out to your clients yourself to try and figure out and fix the possible retention issues. So that would be a really important tip that I can give you guys about lash retention and clients that are not coming back because of poor lash retention. Now, the last reason, and this reason is not necessarily your fault, like it's not something that you can necessarily change, but it's basically when you raise your prices as a lash artist. So when you raise your prices, this will turn off a certain percentage of your clients. Is this a bad thing? Depends. I mean, if you want to, eventually you have to start raising your prices as your work gets better, your retention problems decrease. Like, you know, you invest in courses, you invest in expensive supplies, like you have no choice but to start increasing your prices, and that will unfortunately have you lose certain clients that you have. But that's okay, because in their place, usually there's gonna come, you're gonna gain other clients that are gonna actually be okay with paying the price that you are setting. So once again, you know, the price is the price, but you have to be aware that once you start raising your prices, you will lose a certain amount of clients. Usually it's between 20 and 30% of clients that you will lose, but it also depends how big of an increase of price you made. Sometimes if you raise your prices by quite a lot, if a lot of your clients can't necessarily afford it, well, that could happen. So that will be, those were the 5 tips. I mean, the 5 reasons why you could have clients that are not coming back. We have a new course, which is actually all about marketing and how to raise your prices, how to get your clients to come back. I will be sure to link it in the description below. If you guys have any questions about this video at all, if you want to know more, or if there's something that you feel wasn't covered enough, please be sure to leave it in the comments as well, so that we can make a different video about it in the future. So once again, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel to see more videos like this one in the future.